Hello, how are you guys? I hope you guys are doing good. So today I'm gonna be reporting on Deho's story, Masheho. Yes, I'm gonna be reporting on his story, and I'm also gonna dissect this video into like two, three parts. Without wasting any more time, guys, let's get to it. First and foremost, the guy dropped a lot of bombshells, right? He said a lot of things, and more especially to Maporisa. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly do a background info of who Maporisa is. So Maporisa is a South African most influential singer, songwriter, producer, and DJ, known for shaping the sound of Amapiano, Gqom, and Afrobeats across the globe. As the mastermind behind countless chart-topping hits, he collaborated with international and local stars like Wizkid, Kabza De Small, Drake, Black Coffee, and Major Lazer, with their unique ability to blend genres and cultures. DJ Maporisa continues to push boundaries in the music scene. His musical vision continues to shape the sound of the continent and beyond. So I would firstly love to give credit, to the hard work that Maporisa has put together for Amapiano. The guy comes a long way. We must credit that to him. He comes a long way. Dates back. I remember there was this song by the Legacy that titled Tando. That's how I knew him. That's not the first song he's done. With the Legacy. It dates back. There are other songs of him that I still don't know, but this one was back in 2018. It was a hit, so I loved that song so much, and I was interested in like knowing who put this thing together. So he was part of the big song. He played a huge role in it. So Maporisa has worked very hard. You know, um, Contributed a lot in the Mapiano genre. Of course, he did not single-handedly made the whole genre, but he did play like a big part in making it. That we must credit to him. So there are a lot of things that Deho has said about Maporisa. After the whole thing that happened there in Nigeria. So he was left without funds, money to book flights. So he broke down on his social media platforms, and it just blew the internet. So a lot of things that he said a lot. So let's dive into what he said about concerning Maporisa. So Deho went to Nigeria to perform. Shortly after that, he got stuck, meaning that he was without funds. So I'm sure he reached out to his management, because most of the time, artists have managers who manage them, their bookings, their finances, everything, the basic things, everything. They manage and cover everything, including cost, accommodation, so back and so forth. So I'm sure he reached out to his management, but it was with 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 like without luck. Sorry. So the odds were against him. In hopes of seeking help, he went live on social media. That's how he got attention that he is stuck. So here's what he said about DJ Maporisa. So everything I would say under this video is alleged to not get in trouble, right? So he said a lot of things. One was that he did not receive any money from DJ Maporisa after his hit song Biri Marung. He did not receive anything. He says Maporisa kept all the money to himself. He hasn't received anything. He went on to say that the artists who were sacrificed, he counted Mbura, Costa Stage, and many others, artists who died in the industry. So he said that they were sacrificed, and some of them, they are not dead, they are alive. He said he saw Mbura. I don't know. Some people a lot of people are disagreeing with him. So he said he's on Pura, and he went on to say that music industry is very dark, of which I, for one, I 100% agree with him. Music industry is dark. You know, music industry is devil's territory when you look at it, especially secular music. So secular music is a kind of music that does not worship God, does not acknowledge God, does not include him. It's not about him, they don't care about God. So obviously if they segregate God and they don't care about him, who are they including? None other than the devil. What is the opposite of good? It's evil, right? So if they are not including God or acknowledging him, they are obviously acknowledging devil, right? So music industry is devil's territory that we cannot run away from. They show us, it's really not that hard to see. They show us through their songs, music videos. They will tell you who they belong to, you know. So as the famous say that says, there's a famous say that says, it's also in the Bible that says, you will see them by their fruits. Now, when you look at the apple tree, you're not going to say, oh, this apple tree is going to produce oranges. No, you will see them by their fruits. You will see them with signs. There are common signs that a lot of artists, especially overseas artists, and I've also seen some South African artists also doing this sign, like this hand signs, also closing their one eye, you will see them. They will show you who they belong to. It's really not that hard. You don't have to be like, oh, how can I say this? They really show you who they belong to. Because at the end of the deal, you have to give credit to the one that you are sourcing the power from. So they will show you. So I personally agree with him when he says music industry is dark and evil. It is like that. So I believe that in the music industry, there are levels that when you want to tap into them, there is something that you have to give. So in the music industry, everything, it has levels. So you might be in level 2 and you want to reach 7. There are obviously things that you have to do in order to tap to level 7. And that's when some of our harmless artists, friendly artists who would sing friendly music that even a 5-year-old would listen to, and now all of a sudden they are turning and they are singing about evil, violence, wickedness, a lot of dark things, promiscuity, like a lot of shady things. And you're like, not even a 5-year-old can listen to this. It's trash. So that's when you see that, okay, a deal was made here. This person and the person that it's no longer the same thing. So I believe that there are levels to music industry. You can start friendly, you can start harmless, but maybe let's say you want to get to level 7. And that's where a sacrifice has to be made. That's where you have to be reborn into something. An initiation process has to start. So you might start all friendly, but let's say you want to reach that level. Obviously, there are certain things that you have to do. There are rules that you have to follow. There are also protocols. Okay? Music industry has been here for like ages, decades. So you don't make rules. There are rules already made. So if you want to tap to certain levels, you have to do certain things. So I honestly believe that part when it comes to music industry. I was a fan of Taylor Swift, right? I used to listen to Taylor Swift. Like when I listen to the radio, a lot of her songs on East Coast radio, they would just come, every now and again, they would be played like a lot of time. So I used to listen to Taylor Swift, but the Taylor Swift that I used to listen to 10 years back, 5-10 years back, is no longer the Taylor Swift that I can resonate with. It's a different person. I do understand that people grow, they outgrow certain things, but this is not just growing for Taylor Swift. Like, I honestly believe she is into another dimension, another level, and I also honestly believe that she has tapped into certain deals, signed certain deals to be where she is right now. When Taylor Swift would perform 10 years back, you would see this blonde, beautiful white girl with her guitar and just singing to the crowd. Her music, even myself, I was young at the time and I would listen to her music. Even I would sing her music in front of my mom. There are no curse words, there are no it's not violent lyrics, not, anything shady, negative, or, things like that. So now when I listen to her music and look at her music videos as well as her performance, I just see this as an entire different person. You know, you would see her, maybe coming down in a robe or something. She's wearing something red. All of the sudden, when she's performing, the lights turn red. It's not like white, shining. They're all now red. And, just even if you're a child, you might not see what's happening, but you just can feel like this is not right. All of the sudden she'll be like getting in deep into something that is like water, and then she pops up in a big stage. There are a lot of things that you ask yourself, like, why are they doing this? Why isn't she performing to the crowd? Why is this so important? Why is it so important to her to include this part? Now they are forming a cycle. She is standing like inside of the cycle. They're holding hands. It's like they're reciting some things. You're just actually asking yourself, like, why was this important for her to include it? How is it part of their song? How is it part of the lyrics? How is it part of her? But it is part of her because this is who she is. This is what she has given herself to. So this has to be made. So it's part of her because she signed it. So music industry is very dark, and we cannot run away from that fact. So a lot of people are saying that Deho is not sane, he is a lunatic. They're saying all bad things about him, but I honestly believe that Deho saw something, and it's not just anything, it's a spiritual thing. So a part of this channel is to shed light on spiritual things, spiritual realm, things like that. I honestly believe that Deho saw something, and there's no smoke without fire. Something like, especially spiritual things, when they find you in between, they can really traumatize you, because like spiritual things are really scary. They are sacred things. Your naked eye is not supposed to see them. So when they find you in between, they can make you to go like so I honestly believe he saw something. He can't just speak, like, where is he getting all of these things that he's saying? Where is he getting them from? So it did not just come out of nowhere. He did see some things. That's my belief. That's what I honestly believe in. He saw something, and by the state he is in, yes, it would make a lot of people to believe that maybe he's going mad or something. It's really hard for people to believe you when you are crying, and you are saying a lot of things all at once. It's just too much to digest. So a lot of people are thinking that he is not okay. So there's also reports that I saw that he was arrested for what, I don't know. But from my view, I honestly believe that he did see some things. The music industry is devil's territory. So a lot of people that might sign deals with things that you don't know, and you find out at the end of it that, oh my goodness, I thought this person was with me, was for me, and they are like, here's the pen, sign for yourself. So that's just that's how it is. So I honestly believe that he did see things, and they traumatized him. That's why he's speaking about it. not everyone has that courage to speak out. Some people, they just decide to just keep quiet about it. So he spoke out. I believe him. I for one believe him. So that goes to say that there's this say that just came into my head that says it's better to trust the rock than to trust the person. Because honestly, you don't really know a person. You know, you will see them by their fruits. That's true, meaning their actions. But you might not really know a person. You might be thinking, oh, this person is for me, like we do things together, so I know this person. All in honest, you don't know their mind. You don't know what they do behind closed doors. You don't know who they are. You just see what your eye can see. So you don't know a person. So a lot of people, some people, they're defending Maporisa, saying that, oh, people are disrespecting him, so back and so forth. But honestly, we know the Maporisa that our eyes can see. We don't know who he is, the real him. Only God knows who he really is. So we don't know him. And that goes to say that a lot of artists who've worked with Maporisa, they really have bad things to say about him. Not that he's a bad guy, not saying that he did not contribute a lot, he did not pour himself into the Mapiano genre, but a lot of artists, they say like not good things about him. Where is that coming from? But for me, guys, I say you will see them by their fruits. Stop defending someone. Look at the facts. Look what's in front of you. Look at the signs. These people have signs. They would show you who they work for. They will show you who they're under. I saw a video of this guy. He's an artist, right? And he drew that Rock Nation sign. So for me, it was like, why did he do that? It's not a coincidence. It didn't just, he knows why he's doing it. He's a South African artist. I will just show his picture for you guys to see. It just made me wonder. I even had to go and like look at it as like I saw this sign somewhere, and it's a Rock Nation sign that Jay-Z normally does, and it was like, how is it connected to him? Is he under Rock Nation? How is that possible? Why is he doing that sign? And another thing about sign, guys, when I say you'll see them by their fruits, they will show you signs. They will tell you through their lyrics, music. They will show you through their music videos. So that hand sign, they will show you. When they close their eye, when they make that diamond-shaped triangle sign, it means something. Remember, sign language is a language. Sign language is a language. When you break that word down, it's a language. It's a communication of some sort. It's a symbol. So they would show you through symbolism who they work for and what they stand for. Don't get it confused. It's not just for play, for decoration. It has a meaning. They will show you. They will show you who they represent. It's like telling you who their source is. So guys, do let me know what you think in the comment section. And please guys, I advise you to read these things, know them. Just because you don't believe in evil does not mean it's not there. Whether you believe in it or not, it does not mean it would stay away from you. So learn about these things, research these things. You can't fight a battle when you don't know anything about your opponent. Study your opponent, know who they are and what they stand for. Don't be ignorant. I was not someone who was spiritually woke or whatever, but I got curious and I wanted to see this for myself. I've had my fair share of encounters, spiritual encounters. I would, talk to them one day, up to you guys, I would talk about them one day. But it's really not that hard. It's really not that hard to see devil. He would show himself, in as much as he presents himself as this angel of light, he would show you who he is. He would show you. So learn about this. And it's not a coincidence. People, they're always caught in, offish things. You really have to ask yourself, why? Why is this happening? Look for the fruits and you will see who they really are. And that's it, guys, for today. I would See you on my next upload. Have a beautiful day, guys.